We hear about rickets in young children. That should not happen. It particularly occurs in the children of Black African and South Asian ethnicity, because their mothers, we know very well, are going to be deficient of vitamin D. People with dark skins do not produce enough vitamin D in the environment of the UK, where we're living closer to the North Pole than to the equator. At least these poor women should be checked. These women should be checked. The ethnic minority women should be targeted in particular, but they're not being, I'm afraid to say.
But even I'm pretty white, as you can see, and last summer I got quite a bit of sun at the allotment. So for about 5 or 6 months last summer I didn't take any vitamin D, and I actually managed to persuade my GP to check the levels. At the end of, it would be about September, the very end of summer, and I was pretty confident it would be topped up because I had a lot of sun exposure. And it was only about 75 nanomoles per litre. Still didn't have anywhere near optimum levels of vitamin D. I was very disappointed, and I've certainly gone back onto the supplements now.
It's a hormone, without any shadow of doubt. It's a hormone that's produced in the skin. We produce an oil in the skin called 7-dehydrocholesterol, and DHC, we call it 7-DHC, and the sun converts that into vitamin D, which enters our body, activated partially in the liver, and then activated fully in the cells. It is a hormone. The point is that it's not just humankind that produces vitamin D from 7-DHC. It starts off with plankton, and they produce 7-DHC, the oil, as a sunscreen. And it absorbs sunlight energy, it's converted into vitamin D, but the plankton have no use of vitamin D. Firstly, they don't have a skeleton, so they don't need it for bone, and they have a very primitive immune system. Plankton live close to the surface of the sea, so they are actually prone to UV damage. But the 7-DHC absorbs the UV energy to a large extent, and vitamin D is the waste product. But plankton also tend to sink during the daytime and rise to the surface during the night time, which again protects them. Now, fish don't produce vitamin D either, because they have scales and they live deep in the sea. But fish eat plankton. It's the start of the food chain, and we eat fish.
Do fish need vitamin D for their physiology as well, then?
Yes, they will do. Yeah, certainly. So, the bony fish need it for the bones, but all fish will need it for the immunity. But land animals also produce vitamin D as a hormone in the skin. And we eat land animals, and we take vitamin D from meat. But our vitamin D supplements come from sheep, because sheep produce vitamin D in the skin. When the fleece is taken off in the summer, when it's too hot for them, the oil of the wool contains vitamin D and it's extracted. And when we have vitamin D supplements, it comes from the sheep's hormone. We call it a vitamin then, but we're not taking in a vitamin, we're taking a hormone from the sheep. It's like if we're short of thyroid, if we have an underactive thyroid, we take thyroxine tablets. Well, the thyroxine comes from animals. The animals produce the thyroxine, and we take the thyroxine from the thyroid extract from the animals. It's not as primitive as that these days, but nevertheless the principle is all the same.